Thanks for joining. This is Movado, and I'm here with an episode here in Palworld. That's right, Palworld. Got quite a bit of time here in this new game. Came out about a month ago. I'm up here at a base location, and the purpose of today's episode, and I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about as I've scoured the entire map, and you can see I've gone over the whole map. I have found what I believe are the three best base locations in the game. Some of them are well known, including this first one. I'm just going to get it out of the way. This is the famous ore and coal location. Lots to get out. It is right here at coordinates 188.37 is approximately where I am. Couple things, you've probably seen this one before, right? You've got the 5 coal nodes, you've got the ore nodes. I just put up a quick rough foundation for some buildings and some growables, vegetables, fruits, etc. But anyway, you've got 6 ore, you've got 5 coal, and then I've got a little building here for the rest of it. I think everybody's seen that one before. I don't think that's a big surprise to see this. That is base number 1. I'm going to jump over to the next one because I think this next one that I'm going to show you, you may not have seen before. And in fact, if you look way, way off in the distance, it's actually right there. All right, let's head over there. A couple things I like about the next one. It is also a combination base. It is located right here at approximately 267, negative 233. Let me move that a little bit. 266, negative 221. So that's where that one's located. It is very high in the air. Let me get out my trusty mounts. First thing you can see, 5 ore deposits right here at the top. Now, the downfall with this is whoops, I accidentally threw a spear there. The downfall with this is the top surface isn't exactly very huge, and you only see 5 ore deposits. However, if we come down here, I've built this little steps down here, and the real nice part about this is the ore that's down here. That's right, this is the second core ore combination location. You can see I've actually got 5 of them right here. One of them is outside the bounds. So this one's outside the border of the base. I couldn't get everything inside, including the ore up top. So the base, you can see the blue line right there. Whoops, didn't mean to do that either. You can see the blue line right here. That is kind of the border. There is another coal deposit that's supposed to be right underneath here, right in this location. But I think with all the stuff above me here, all the stuff that built, it kind of stopped that one from respawning. So there's technically a 6th, but this is another coal ore location. You'll have to build some steps to get down there, but that's really cool. There's a couple other things that I really like about this base, and the reason why this was actually my first real base after the start. I found this, I decided to build up here. Beyond the top side up here, the other thing I really like about it, let me just land and regenerate my stamina, and then I'm going to jump over here. You can actually see where I'm coming into. That is 6 more coal locations. So if you ever run low on coal, you aren't getting enough out of the 2 bases that I already have that I showed you. Here's another coal location that is really close. So let me head back up. The other thing and the final thing that I really like about this base is it gets base attacks. It does get base attacks, but if you look at the overall pillars and where we are, there is no route to get from the ground all the way up to the top. So that means they never actually reach you. However, what it does mean is you get awesome ways, easy ways to kill entire hordes at once. Because they'll try to path up to you, they'll group up in an area, and then you can kill them all with a rocket launcher, to be quite honest. Now, up here, this isn't quite as good as the first area, and I'm spending a little more time showing this area because some people may not have seen it before. It's not as big, so you can see the blue line kind of runs outside the borders. The edges of the top, I tried to reinforce or smooth out with some foundations just to maximize the edges to keep the middle clean. The blue line goes right to about here based on having the PAL box right there. Again, where that PAL box is located keeps this ore inside the border right there. It keeps the other one outside, so you lose one of the coals. The other thing you can do is I actually built this platform to come all the way over to this side as well. This was my second PAL box location originally. Again, both of these are susceptible to raids. They get raids, but nothing can path up here. So originally I had that side as one base, this side as another base, and you get a little bit of a side-by-side going on with two two safe ones. So that's a lot of fun. That's something that you can do here. Like I said, you can get some base raids, so I am going to hang out here for a little bit until we get a base raid, and then I'll show you how easy it is and all the loot you get out of the base raids out of this location. I will be right back as soon as we get one of those. Well, I was really hoping to wait it out and get a base attack. I waited for quite a while, unleashed my horde of Anubis on the base to do some mining, and they're not here yet, so in lieu of that, I'm going to show you exactly what they do. So what I end up doing is when the base attack comes, I come all the way down here. You kind of got these two rows of trees on it, that row and then this row, and I just come land by these gangly looking trees right here. I get off my mount, and all of the, get up my rocket launcher, the entire horde itself will actually collect right at that tree that I'm aiming at. So you just come right down here, wait for the whole horde to drop there. You literally shoot one rocket and it'll take out the entire horde in one, maybe two shots tops. So that's how the base attacks work here. Super easy to deal with. The cool thing with it is they do drop a lot of loot that you can find valuable. It also gives a good amount of experience points as well. So that's kind of how base attacks work up here. Same as when I was on the other side, that's where the base attacks were. Again, there's 5 ore, 6 coal. Coordinates of this, again, right around that 267, negative 223. If you zoom out to the bigger map, not too far from the famous coal ore location that everyone talks about. But, in my opinion, this one, in some regards, is actually better because you get the base attacks. And it's so close to other areas as well. But, anyway, I digress. Here we go. On to number 3. So the number 3 spot itself is over here. It's actually up here in the mountains. This is my sulfur and breeding base. So my sulfur and breeding base, let me put that rocket launcher away. Proper base safety, never carry a rocket launcher. Alright, so in this base, let's look at the sulfur. So let me get off my mount. I don't need that. We've got 1 right there. We've got 2. We've got 3. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7. This one right here is actually a double node. You can't see it right now, but if you look very closely, you see how this line right here is separated off of that node. There's a second one that spawns in down here. So the first time you come down here, you'll see 2 nodes stacked up here. One's going to be kind of on the ground, and then this one. They do keep spawning back in alternating fashion. So I don't know if that was an error by Palworld or whatever that was, but this is actually 2 nodes that will spawn back. So really, you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 8 of them really down here when you get all the ones on the floor. Plus, there is a 9th. So the reason I put my PAL box right here was to capture this one. You can kind of see it over here. This 9th. This 9th node right here. However, the problem I was having is anytime I would put foundation blocks over here, this is actually a lava lake that I'm standing on top of, by the way. I can't zoom in any further, but I'm standing directly on top of lava. Anytime I put foundation blocks around this, the pals wouldn't go and mine the sulfur, and I don't know why. It stopped the ore from respawning, so apparently they got too close, which is why it's set up the way it is. I boxed it in so the pals didn't end up falling into the lava. But this one is located at, on the coordinates, negative 744, negative 447, or thereabouts. This has got a total of 9 sulfur deposits. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one over there in the corners are double. That's 8, and this one over here is 9. Plus I've got, well, right now you can see all the foxicles I got breeding, but this is my breeding area. So I have 5 breeding pens there, plus one of them right there. In hindsight, I would have built this a lot differently. This was my first real base build. I would have gotten things higher off the ground, made things more uniform. I actually didn't realize that the foundation allows you to build a roof. So that was a learning on this. So there's a lot of things I would do differently, but those are the best 3 locations in the entire game. Again, it is 189, negative 38. I've probably said all different numbers, but the famous dual ore, in my opinion, the 1B to the 1A dual ore coal location, 267, negative 223. And then I'm over here in the mountains. I am here at 744, 448, both negatives. And that's what I got for today. Those are base locations. That's where I've got my 3 All of them are on ore, and I tell you what, it keeps you stacked up. And wow, look at all this eggs and milk from these chickens and cows. But that's going to wrap it up. That's what I got for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and hope to see you next time. Thanks. Take care, everyone.